This is a sad sequel in the daily life of the Back Road Boys. So have your hanky ready, and for the final scene, which could get violent, be prepared to clear out quick like a birdie.
You know, Zach, I brung these two computerized mics over to your sound studio, you being an authority on these puppies, because I ain't overly thrilled with their performance. You knows the guy over near Cincinnati that peddled them to me, he sweared all over the parking lot they was all but practically brand new. You'd almost believe some old grandmother owned them at one time and just used them once in a blue moon.
Sure as the sun comes up, Joel. They supposed to digitalize.
That's what the second-hand guy says, but these don't seem to digitize the voice worth a hoot.
Well, boy, you know that's real technical business.
That's exactly why I brung them to you, Ike, and I hopes you can check up on the synchronization as well. Top of it, that seemed to be sorrowfully lacking.
Let's plug them in. I got my special power plug right here. Happens. You sing me a high vibration song, says like, Old Man River. Meanwhile, this here stethoscope around my neck, I can test out on them mics like a cat's paw. Old Man River, Old Man River, Old Man.
How's that, Ike? That enough for your test?
Hell yes, boy. And you wants to know my diagnosis? Shoot, boy. Who done petty to these no-account mics? You see, no way is these any computer mics. They just the same old common garden variety jobbies that been manufactured ever since Thomas Edison. These no way any computer operation. You've been taken by some snake in the grass. I asked you, where is the synchronization? Where the digital aspect? Shoot. The artificialization done got lost in the shuffle, my man. I would take these right back from where you purchased them and throw them right back in that guy's lap for a full refund.
Well, God darn it, Ike. That's exactly what I was going to do. That there guy charged me $50. I would have swore he was on the legit. Why, he had the appearance of a choir boy.
And Joe Elvis did just that. Drove back a 2-hour ride to the outskirts of Cincinnati for his refund on the errant mics. And he is sore on the matter. I would use a stronger verbiage to describe his burn if this were not a mixed crowd and some kids viewing it. But I will use the letter P to label his anger, leaving you nice folks to fill in the blank.
Oh, hi there, fella. Oh, I see you got them there two mics in your paw, which I done ostensibly merchandise to you in all good conscience.
You betcha, mister, I got them microphones and I returning by to you for a refund. Hell, these are not no computer instruments the way you sweared all over the parking lot they was. Mr. Ike Foxbitty, who run a sound studio in Louisville, he is a recognized expert on all audio equipment sees. He checked these babies out on my suspicions, and Mr. Foxbitty established beyond any doubt, well, they got absolutely no digital interlock, and that they synchronize is a plumb joke. Mister, you done took me on your testimony backing up your merchandise. Tarnation, I should have checked them babies out before I come across the 50 big ones. No wonder you claims you had no power hookup.
Look at that there sign on the board, boy. What does she say? No refunds honored. No way at these prices. Stinging bees, boy. You got to know the merchandise you're dealing in.
Wait a minute, fella. What about my warranty?
Oh, you think this Saks Fifth Avenue or what?
You mean I purchased these here mics on pretext?
Caveat emptor, buddy. Ain't that the Latin term for buyer beware? Well, if you paid out for what you didn't know a hill of beans about, well, You should have known what you's buying. Don't expect me to be some sound doctor. I just run an honest shop. So now you holding back for something you didn't know nothing about what you should have.
Now that there a bunch of blame double talk, mister. Maybe you prefers I take these fraudulent mics right over to the sheriff's office. Maybe that'll work out nice for you. I explains to the law that you done guaranteed these mics sure digital computerized.
I never did, boy. You must be hearing things. Maybe you might ought to go to our local doctor for a hearing test. I might have said them amplifiers play as good as computer mics, but that be the long and the short of the matter entire.
You trying to foggy up the issue, mister, but you can count that I was gonna make my way straight to the law, buddy.
Okay, big shot. You just go ahead and try that stunt. You just a sore loser. It's gonna be your word against mine all the way, chump. And say, now that I thinks about it, is you got a contract all signed by me that states what I did say or what I didn't say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, what in blazes I done actually told you or did not told you? Just like etched in stone that these mics is computerized equipment. What can you prove in front of some judge, boy? What can you prove you in front of some judge? You might as well scratch your fanny as far as I was concerned.
You scratch your own ass, mister. I bet the sheriff in these here parts already knows this is one heck of a crooked operation you got you here. No question about it.
That really made me laugh, boy. See, having the sheriff around here is Sheriff B.M. Bloodworth. Just happened he are my own cousin, chump, on my mama's side. So who we gonna believe, in all good honesty? Sheriff gonna believe your tall tale or my considered testimony? On that, you got a real problem.
Mister, I'm going to think things over for now. Going straight back to that guy Ike, the expert on this type of sound equipment, and see what he state. But you surely going to hear from me one way to other, sooner or later.
Didn't I warn you this is a tearjerker? Joe Elvis got himself screwed good and is in a bad frame of mind. Just this minute, he is back at the motel ranting and raving to poor Verge. Well, can you blame him for being steamed good?
Dang, Verge. Think the card's staked on me. That second-hand louse, he got the law on his side. No wonders he flies so high, wide, and handsome with his shabby deals. You knows the man's cousin is that there Sheriff Bloodworth who tried to take us boys for $600 over at that motel with the tricky computer. When I heard Bloodworth the sheriff, where that bozo got his second-hand store, I cleared out of those parts real quick.
Tell you, Joe Elvis, looks to me like you better forget them two mics. Just figuring you got yourself stung good.
But that hard to take, Verge. That 50 good bucks down the drain. I'm thinking. I gotta put the magic thumper to my brain. Thinking. Oh yeah, Verge. Something coming through. Something materializing right in front of my closed eyes. A master plan. You gotta bring Jim over here because he is a much better spoofer than I is. I needs him, Verge. Then I will relate to you guys exactly what Joe Elvis's ingenious scheme is to retrieve 50 bucks. Tell you, I should have been a general in the U.S. Navy, fella. Doggone. Jim gonna pay a visit to the house of that second-hand salesman, but not when he around there. He gonna wait till that son of his are home alone. That young fool were there when them two peddled me those counterfeit mics. I sized him up quick as a jump in the frying pan type of dimwit who would buy the Empire State Building. We also got to have us that there brand new pickup truck that Orb's pappy hand him over the keys. So tell Orb to reserve Monday for us with his truck. We going to Cincinnati, boy.
So here we are with Jim at the doorstep of the crooked second-hand dealer. Our boys have kept an eye on the house since dawn. Now Jim, the master prevaricator, is knocking just after the second-hand dealer and his wife drove off in separate autos.
Hi there, friend. Say, could I bother you to borrow use of your phone? It's a local call. Me and my buddy out there got us quite a tight squeeze with another crazy dude who owns a shiny new red pickup truck.
Oh, an accident?
Nah, shucks. Something much better where we are concerned, and I got to call a friend of mine as quick as possible.
Well, sure, fella. Well, we got us a phone right next to the door. Well, 'cause my pappy often need it. Got a long cord, so I'll extend it out the door to you.
Don't know how to thank you, buddy. Say, you play an instrument?
Well, you betcha.
Maybe you want to sit in with us boys one of these evenings. We got us a danged good country group.
Well, you betcha. I plays me a mean set of drums. Well, everyone claim.
Hello. Say, are Jeb there, Mother Reaver? Can you get Jeb on the phone with me as soon as you can? It's an emergency, but with no one hurt or nothing like that. Jeb is a buddy of mine, see fella. Yeah, that you, Jeb? Man, I swears to you, Jeb, this is our lucky day. Me and a friend I runs into just out of Cincinnati. Sees, we met up some crazy dude who owns a spanking new Chevy pickup truck. He's a plumb loco on some substance. I sees from his runny nose. He ain't no doubt a drug addict. This guy is higher than a kite going over the moon. Jeb, I tell you, I ain't never met a more spaced out character. Well, thing is, he's broke. Hardly a dime on him. He's so desperate for his next fix, he willing to sell his brand new truck for a lousy $4,000. Yeah, I did say $4,000. Jeb, shoot, that truck probably worth considerable more than 20 grand. Yep, sure, it do sound crazy, but we in line to make us a cool, quick 16,000 balloons with no trouble tall. But tell you, Jeb, you got to get your tail over here in a flash. Only catch is, he demanding $100 down payment and we can pay the rest later. Which him and me already wrote us up a contract on the hood of his truck. We both signed it real legal. Only trouble is, I got me only $50 on me. So I need you to join in as full partner if you come up with another 50, which I is lacking. Oh, is that the situation? You totally busted? You broke? Well, golly. Sorry you got to pass this opportunity of a lifetime up. I will have to find me somebody else who can cash in big time on this situation. Maybe next time, friend. So long.
You mean your buddy can't come through? What a loser he appears to be.
Yeah, boy. He just checked him 8,000 shared net profit out of his pocket. And looking like I gonna also blow it. If and I only had me just 50 lousy bucks in my mitt, I could cash in my chips.
Well, just wait you a minute, man. Wait. Would you accept me as a full partner if and I come up with 50 smackaroos?
Right now, I would join up with the devil. Boy, I want to get my fingers on 16,000 pure profit between the two of us.
Well, hold on there, partner. Well, all I got to do is call my pappy down at his second-hand joint. Well, he can raise that there $50 for me.
Well, hold you on. I'll dial him up. He down there.
Yeah, That looked like a smart move, all right.
Hi there, Daddy. Now looky here. I don't want to go through any long bedtime tale with you. Now we got to make it quick, Daddy. All I need is 50 tiny bucks here on my end. I ain't with a real sharp southern lad here, and with 50 bucks each, we can haul us in a nifty little bundle, which I don't feel like drawing any pictures for you. I needs me $50 fast. Yeah, sure, Daddy. I realized last week I lost $300 on betting. But that were a real crooked poker game all the way. So it hardly were my fault. You ain't gonna give me just 50 small bucks, you says? Well, if you don't, sir, I'm gonna have to call Mama down at her job at the sheriff's office. Now, when she hear you don't have confidence in your son, your very own, well, it gonna cost you a lot more than 50 only. Well, she gonna rope you for at least 200. She gonna be so angry with you. Well, yeah, she been talking a whole new living room ensemble. So you take your choice, Daddy. I was leaving you off easy.
Your pappy done turned you down. Tight with a buck, are he?
Well, he tried to, but he knows what's good for him less than my mom get on the warpath. Now just hold on, buddy. Daddy's got over 200 hidden beneath the corner of the carpet in his bedroom, and all I need from his boodle is a no-account 50. Well, I'll be back within a minute.
And so our story ends, looking pretty good. Joe Elvis got the 50 bucks back, returning the spoofy mics back to the second-hand man in his own way and time. And what could the son do when the boys burned rubber in the shiny new pickup truck heading west? Jim had hung a gunny sack over the rear license plate. So redemption, we won't call it revenge, was served that day. And thankfully, you did not even need to take cover.